I want to introduce you to a guy that, you know what, I'm sure he will say I'm no hero, but I'm going to disagree a little bit. Sean Ammons joins us with Farmers and Hunters Feeding the Hungry. And Sean, good evening to you, sir.
Hey, it's good to be with you tonight.
Yeah, I'm really pleased that you could come on the program. You've got such an inspiring story. You live in Wichita, Kansas, right?
That is correct.
And Farmers and Hunters Feeding the Hungry did not have a chapter in Wichita, Kansas until recently.
Yes, that's true.
And you had a little something to do with it.
Yes, I did. I found myself, along with some of our children, enjoying providing some food for some friends of ours that were hungry and couldn't afford meat protein. And then I decided one day to Google and see if there was something out there that was already doing this that I could be a part of. And I found Farmers and Hunters Feeding the Hungry.
And so you decided you wanted to get involved here. What is it like? I mean, it's got to be kind of a. I'm thinking about what it must be like to start a chapter. It must be kind of a daunting task to look at everything you got to do and to think, all right, bring it on. Let's get to it.
In some ways, you're right, and yet in other ways, just like a professional athlete or a businessman, I just reflected back and thought, all of the training I've received up to this time was meant for a reason. And so I decided to go ahead and contact the national office in Maryland and apply to be a coordinator.
All right, and so your first goal was what? You wanted to get 10 deer donated?
Yes, I was hoping to have our family shoot 2 or 3 and then try to recruit some other friends and just anybody I could, maybe go to a church or something and say, hey, would someone that hunts here be willing to donate a deer? And I thought, why don't we shoot for a goal that we can accomplish? And I was hoping that we could, have 10 deer donated to one butcher this first year, and then I was hoping that we could model something that we could multiply across the state.
All right, so did you get your 10 deer?
We sure did. Our family was able to shoot 3. I have an 11-year-old son, a 15-year-old son, and myself. And I found a meat packing plant or a butcher in an Amish community, believe it or not. And they were so excited to partner with us, and they said they would help recruit as well. And we have 55 deer donated up to this point.
Wow, in less than a year.
That would be 55 deer since October 1st.
That is incredible, Sean. What a blessing. What does this mean for the less fortunate in Wichita? I mean, the 55 deer, how many meals can that provide?
Well, that comes up to 11,000 servings of meat protein, whether you look at it as 11,000 bowls of chili or 11,000 servings of spaghetti. I talked to some of the people that deliver the meat to the food pantries, and then I've received some phone calls from churches that feed hungry people right here in Wichita. And the mindset from someone that is hungry, and based on the statistics that I see, there's 1 in 5 children in America go to bed hungry. And for those who go to a food pantry, if they are lucky to get meat protein, they usually get a can of tuna. And so this one food pantry told me when I contacted them that this was the first holiday season where they had no turkeys and no ham, which they would usually give to those in need during the holidays. And we gave that food pantry 1,000 pounds of ground venison, and they were so excited that they could have something besides tuna or peanut butter for Christmas and the New Year's.
Oh, Sean, that is fantastic. And again, I'd like to think that if you had not been inspired to start the chapter there in Wichita, that somebody else would have. But congratulations, and really thank you for deciding that this was something that you wanted to do.
Well, I'm excited. Can I share one other real quick story?
You bet.
I ran into a man from northwest Kansas who he's actually a pastor in a small church. And I know a lot of people that go to church are trying to figure out ways to be real to the rest of the world, and so often church-going people aren't real and authentic. And I challenged him to consider Farmers and Hunters Feeding the Hungry. And he's a part of a group of pastors that meet from the community in northwestern Kansas. And he shared the idea with them. And he just called me last week and said, we want to start a chapter, and we want to start being the hands and feet that serve our community, not pastors who say, come listen to us preach. And I thought, isn't that amazing? If people who call themselves Christians would go out and act like it, I think it would make this world a better place.
Wow. Sean, that's an awesome story. And again, I can't thank you enough for working as hard as you have been, for inspiring others, and for making a difference in the lives of those who, as you say, otherwise would be going to bed hungry, would be going to bed without a nutritious meal. Thank you for you and your family and all the volunteers there in the Wichita area who are helping to make the world a little bit better place.
Well, thank you, and if anyone's interested, they can go to fhfh.org for more information, and I appreciate you for having me on tonight.
Sean, thank you, sir, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.